they get a lot of offensive rebounds, and that's one of the main ways that they kind of beat you is they get these rebounds, they kick it out and get another 3 up, and they're getting up 53s a game, and you're just gonna lose. That's how we've lost in some situations versus them, or how other teams lose versus them. You know, we beat them when we
Warriors are good on their offensive glass.
Yeah, so they crash the glass. So I'd like to see us crack down on the defensive glass. I also want to see the way that JJ schemes stuff, but I really want to see what JJ has in mind, because I think we're still learning a lot about JJ's coaching philosophy and the way that he tries to utilize his players, the schemes he's trying to run. And I think that that's going to be a good test, because Steph is pretty much one of a kind, you know, with what he does and the way he moves off the ball and all this stuff. So I would like to see him try to scheme something for Steph with our personnel also, because unless Max is starting, it's kind of, I guess it's going to be Austin chasing. So that's going to be kind of interesting, because we've seen Austin do that before in the past with, you know, some success, but his legs were gone. So I'm curious about that as well.
Especially with the ankle too,
running a track. So
yeah, exactly. With Austin's ankle bothering him, I wonder, does he get the assignment to chase Steph around? Or, I mean, that's in preseason. I would,
right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not going to be D'Lo.
D'Lo's too slow, in my opinion. So
it's not going to be Rui. It's, you know, so it kind of has to be. But do you really want it to be? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
maybe he'll
that'll
switch
be
all those screens and stuff.
With no Jared, who's the best option? With no Jared Vanderbilt, is it Gabe
Max,
Vincent?
Maybe
is it Max?
Gabe, yeah, probably Gabe.
It's one of the two.
Yeah,
Max or Gabe would have to do it. All right. So another thing that I'm going to be keeping an eye on in this game, it's going to be just the turnovers in general. That's something else that JJ has harped upon in terms of the margins. Can they need to play? It's preseason and sloppy play go hand in hand, right? But JJ has been trying to get the turnovers down. They're averaging about 18 a game right now. That number's got to come down. Again, some of that you just say, well, it's preseason and that's why, right? But that number does need to come down. I want to see fewer turnovers for the team tonight. I want to see progress in that as well. I also want to see AD at the 4. I want to see, and the only option to do it right now, I guess, it's Colin Castleton and Jackson Hayes. Christian Koloko, who knows if he's ever going to get actually cleared. We'll see. I was hoping it was going to be a while ago, but still no word on that. But right now, I do want to see. Yeah, I mean, Armel Traore, he's dealing with, I guess, a hand injury, so I don't know how available he is, but we'll see. But Traore, I mean, I guess technically Traore outweighs Jackson Hayes if his agent is to be believed. His agent put out there that he's 245. I don't know if I buy it, but nonetheless, AD and Jackson Hayes seems to be your best bet to be able to call Anthony Davis the 4. I want to see, it doesn't have to be 20 minutes. I'd like to see between 5 and 10 minutes of that. Probably 5 is more realistic. Just to get those reps in. I think it's an important weapon to have, to be able to use Anthony Davis, to call him the 4, let him chase on the perimeter, let him do the things that make him, I think, the best defensive player in the NBA. Clearly, NBA general managers don't agree, but they also think Armel Traore is not in the NBA right now, so go figure. But I think I want to see more opportunities for this, for AD at the 4. You don't have to the whole game with him there, but I'd like to see at least 5 minutes with him nominally playing power forward.
That's a tough stretch, because I think they only did it for like a minute and a half in the last game. So I don't know.
Bump it up.
I would like to see it bumped up, but I don't know that they will, especially against the Warriors. I think that's maybe a tough ask.
Well, but isn't Jackson Hayes, and I think you're right ultimately, but isn't Jackson Hayes, doesn't it being him right now make it easier to do it against the Warriors? Even if the Warriors are small, Hayes is at least quick enough on he's quicker than, like, if the Lakers had Nick Richards right now, you can't really do it much against the Warriors, right? They're not the team to do that against. But a quicker big like Jackson Hayes has a much better shot of pulling it off.
Yeah, I also, Jackson is very switchy.